I'm not really like an avid phone user either.
That's
like
good.
I'll just turn my phone off for like 2-3 days.
Really?
And just not use it at all. Yeah, I'm just not interested.
So look, let's talk about Pennsylvania, because it seems like you have found yourself a corner of peace in this crazy world, and certainly the crazy world that you live in, and that it feels really good for you to be in that kind of space.
Definitely. Yeah, I love Pennsylvania. It's super chill, real quiet. You know, I get time to think and work on stuff. You know, like when I'm doing my music, I don't have a lot of noise around me. There's not a lot of outside influences. I can just really concentrate on my own thoughts, which is a good feeling. But I just love being there anyway. It's just it reminds me of England, weirdly enough. Like the architecture and everything is kind of similar.
I've never been.
Have you never
Quite
been?
Quite green and lush.
Yeah, green and lush, and a lot of the original people that settled there were European settlers. So it has that kind of feel to it, you know. And I just love it, and the weather's kind of like England too. It's not grey, it's not too hot.
Didn't you want to go somewhere sunny?
No, man, I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm used to it. I like what I like.
This has been the longest winter of my life.
Look, I like a vacation, you know what I mean? We all like to get away in the sun, but to be real, like I prefer to have seasons, you know, like when I lived in LA and it was sunny all the time, I didn't even know what time of year it was, to be honest.
I get you. I understand that, especially around Christmas. You want it to feel all cosy and lovely. I mean, you could, and I know you have lived in New York previously, but that's being in a city would be too loud, too bustly. What's the feeling?
Yeah, I lived there for like 4 years, and that's what it was. It just felt very intrusive, you know. I was living in an apartment on one of the busiest streets in New York. So whenever I would come outside of my house, there was just like a whole crowd of people there, paparazzi and that kind of stuff.
Fun.
And yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah,
No.
It didn't feel good. And then obviously when we were having the kid and stuff, I wasn't actually giving birth to her myself, but when we were having the kid, it seemed like a smart decision to keep her away from that and like not have, you know, so much intrusion on her too.
Yeah, and just have some space and nature.
And she gets to run around in the fields, and we get to go camping and, you know, barbecue outside whenever. We've got people watching us straight out the front door.
Yeah, but also it seems that you're comfortable in a much more peaceful habitat. Would you say, I'm talking to you like you're an animal, in your habitat, Zayn?
It is fully a habitat, so it's all good, it's
your
fine.
natural habitat. Would you say you're an introvert?
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's like contradictory because of my profession. So I guess I'm somewhat an extrovert because I do like to share things with people, but as a, you know, day-to-day person, I'm definitely introverted, yeah.
I am. I'm an introvert with an extrovert job.
Yeah.
And I can do condensed periods of time talking to people and being around humans, and I love it. And then I have to retreat and I have to get really, really quiet. Otherwise, I combust.
Yeah, you need to replenish the energy, I think. I think it can become draining, you know. I think we forget how much energy it actually takes to just have a conversation, if you're actually having a good one, you know. And that's something that obviously every person needs to find a balance with themselves. So I enjoy being there. I feel like it recharges my batteries a bit, and then I have the energy to come out and do these kind of things, you know.
Yeah, it's so good. And you've got all your pets there?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
How many have you got now?
I've got a lot. I've got 3 dogs, 4 cats, 3 turtles.
Wow.
I'm getting 4 more chickens, so that will be 10 chickens.
Are you laying your own eggs? Well, not you laying them,
I'm
but
laying
the
them myself personally.
Right, got you.
No, I am. Yeah, we collect the eggs every day with Kaiba. Like, she comes outside with me, get the eggs and stuff. Yeah, she loves it.
What a dream! I am a huge cat person. I've got 2. I would have 100 if my husband would let me. I love cats, and I've got a tortoise, and actually they get on real good.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but I think tortoises or turtles, whatever you have, like I think they're pretty chill. Like,
they are the most chilled.
Yeah, I don't think they really care about what's around them. Yeah.
No, and if they do, they'll just go in their shell.
That's
fuck
it.
off.
That's
I'm
it.
off.
Fuck
I'm out
off.
of
I'm
here.
going to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I find that pets, to me, again, they're grounding, they're soothing. That you don't take things so seriously. It gives you the time and space to just sit and be still because you can just hang out with them. Is that one of the reasons why you've got so many?
It's I think it's a personality thing. You know, I like to live in the moment. I'm not really like an avid phone user either.
That's good.
I'll just turn my phone off for like 2-3 days.
Really?
And just not use it at all. Yeah, I'm just not interested. And they just have that down. You know, they're very present in their being, and they're just in the moment, just there with you. So that helps me to be there with them too, you know. And yeah, that's why I enjoy animals, you know. There's no hinge point, there's no catch. They don't want anything from you aside from love.
No,
You know?
they don't judge you.
Yeah, they don't judge you. They just love you.
And if you do piss them off, they're over it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like they're the best.
They are. For
I
sure.
prefer them to humans.
Me too. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
They're better.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think they're way better than human beings.
They
for
really
sure.
are. They're fantastic. I love this no phone thing. Very fascinated because we're all addicted. Most of us are addicted to them for several reasons. We get that instant dopamine hit. If we're bored, we're just doom scrolling or looking at emails at 10 o'clock at night, whatever it might be. You're pretty disciplined about this.
Yeah, I'm not interested at all. Just
Like not bothered.
it just goes over my head. Yeah.
So are people frustrated by that? Do they mind you're not emailing back or WhatsApping or whatever?
Some people say that I'm shit communicating. I'm not gonna lie, which is true. So it's fine. But yeah, it works for me. You know, like I'm quite an addictive personality too, and when I would spend time scrolling, I would just do it for like hours and forget like that I'd been doing the same thing for 3 hours, and it just felt like a waste of my time. For reading 7,000 positive comments and then read one negative, and that just ruins reading every other comment. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay away from this, in terms of like social media. But with my phone in general, yeah, I'm just not like other people. I feel like everyone's got a real need to be on the phone all the time, and the only person I feel like I need to have that like necessity for is my daughter. Like I check in on her and see what she's doing, but aside from that, I'm not really bothered what the rest of the world is up to.
I think that's really cool because none of us had one 20 years ago and we were getting on just fine.
Yeah.
We'd meet with people at the time we said we were going to meet, which my kids think is mental. They're like, what? You just turned up at 4 and they were there. Yep, that's how it worked.
How did that work?
How did that work? We coped. So I do think it's bizarre that we're so we feel we're so dependent on them, but we are obviously then just using them for all sorts of reasons that's not helping us. When did you have this realisation?
Honestly, probably like when I first moved out to PA, because it was just off the grid. Like I didn't feel like I needed to be in touch with people constantly, like checking in. Like you said, if you're meeting with people all the time, it probably is, a good comfort to have so that you can check and make sure everything's good. But for me, I was just staying in one place, like you said, in my habitat.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel a need for it. Yeah, it just was like, it's all good. I'll just live off the grid here, play my vinyl. I have a VHS TV combi. I still watch VHS. Like,
this is wild.
Collect VHS. Yeah, I'm not even about this like new tech age at all.
Oh my God. Look at you with your Bradford accent watching Friends on VHS.
That's it.
What's going on?
Getting back to grips, getting back to the roots of things.
But it's brilliant because you know what it is? It's slowing the hell down.
It is,
and everything is so fast. And obviously parts of your life are because you're in the music industry and it is quick. And you've got to keep up and you've got to do the tours and whatever it is. But when you can, to actively choose to slow down, I think is so important. But not many of us do it. I think it takes actually great discipline to do that.
Yeah, I think I just enjoy it a lot though too.
Yeah.
I think for some people that find it hard, it probably, would be helpful to have, a bit more discipline. But with me, it's something that I just enjoy doing. So it doesn't feel like it's discipline for me.